My name is Estelle. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Sweden. I work as a content producer and a social media influencer, kind of. So I did the EBS course earlier in February this year in Phuket, in Thailand. And I kind of got interested in bartending because I've been traveling and I feel like that's a job that you can do. It's very social and you can combine it with traveling. I mean, being so far away from home since I did the course in Phuket for 1 month, like living with other students, everyone is like from different places around the world. That's also very, like, you grow as a person just by meeting all these people, and everyone has this common interest that they want to do this and they're very excited and they help each other, and like, it's tough doing the EBS course, like balancing everything, and like, it's a lot of pressure, but it's also fun. So you're like there supporting each other and you become like a little bit like a family. So you definitely like, that's a different experience that I wasn't like expecting from EBS, but it was really cool. Oh, you learn so much during that 1 month. It's crazy, it's so hectic. You learn everything from like the actual recipes, from like how you make the cocktails, but also like flaring, how to clean the bar, which you don't think is like a big thing, but then you realize that's like, it's not obvious how you do that. It's like everything, and also like the history from different kind of liqueurs and alcohols, and you basically learn like everything you need to know about bartending and alcohol and liqueurs and everything like that. Well, our teachers, they recommended us to do the flip cards as well. So we were like, there was always students like hanging around in the bar area downstairs, just like practicing together. So I was also doing that, like sometimes by myself, sometimes with other people. Sometimes someone could just like walk by and be like, hey, tell me the recipe of this one. And like, so we had like different times, but just the flip notes is very, very good. The most challenging parts of EBS was definitely balancing like everything fun that you want to do with your new friends with school, because it's tough and you learn so much, and there's like tests every day, like small tests, and just like going out and partying and then coming back and studying, and like finding the good balance between that was probably the most challenging thing. I really liked, like in the end of the days, we had like these live kind of bars where our teachers were like pouring drinks, like real drinks, and we got to taste them, and it was like the pressure of the day was off. We already have our tests, we were like doing all these things, and every day is like boom, boom, boom. You have so much to learn, and then at the end of the day, everyone just gather around and we listen to some music, and we get to like try out and like test the drinks that we did. So I think that was like my favorite part of the days. Graduation day was insane. So we had this like live bartending test, which was the one that I was the most afraid of, where we had one of our teachers telling us like, yeah, do this cocktail, and we had to do like 10 or 12 cocktails, and I was so nervous and I was so afraid of failing. Then he was like being super sneaky, and I was like, did I make it, did I fail? And he told me that I actually made it and I passed the course, and I started crying. Like I full on went crying. I was so happy because it's like such a big thing that you do. And the graduation night was also insane. Like everyone eats dinner together, and then we go out partying together, and it's such a feeling when everyone is just like so happy and we made it, and yeah, it was insane. It's really nice. Everyone is so friendly because everyone is there because they want to be social. Like if you don't want to like hang around other people, you wouldn't go with EBS, where you have to be around other people for a month. So everyone is very friendly and supportive, and like when we were flaring and someone was having trouble, another student could easily come up and be like, oh, I have this trick, like I also had this trouble, but now I do this and it's way easier. So I definitely think that the atmosphere is very cool. I am still in contact with a few of the students that I met in Phuket with EBS, and also with some of the instructors still. Everyone like follows each other on Instagram as well, so it's fun to see like there's like these couple of people who went back to Thailand and they met with one of our teachers, and you see them on Instagram and you're like, oh, I also want to be there. And then I know that two other friends of mine, they happen to be in the same place now in Europe during the summer, and they were like, oh, let's meet again. And so there's like everyone is also like traveling around, so if you happen to be in the same place, you can meet them. It's really nice. I mean, my parents they're kind of used to me being like, I'm gonna go to Mexico, I'm gonna go to Thailand. I was already traveling Asia like in the fall season of 2017, and I just came back like December, January, and I was like, yeah, and they were so happy to have me home. They were like, oh, you're gonna get a job in Sweden. And then one day I came to them and I was like, I have this really cool thing. I'm gonna go back to Thailand. I'm gonna go to Phuket. I'm gonna join this like bartendering course. And they were like, okay, no, she's not gonna be home anymore. But they were really excited for me because they felt like, I mean, it's not only like, it's not a party trip, you know, it's something that you do which can give you like a job or experience, and you meet people who's also not just there for being like drunk in Bangla Road, you know. So they were excited actually for me as well. So yeah, like so far I haven't been able to start working with bartendering because I've been like for a very short amount of times in all the places that I've been to. But I definitely feel like bartendering is a job that I was interested because you can combine like traveling and doing the job. And as I said, like if you want to travel to a place and you're a bartender, it's a very social job. So you can like meet people and work at the same time. So I can definitely see myself working as a bartender in the future, like while traveling the world. I will definitely say that EBS did influence my life. Both because of the course itself that I learned all of these things, but because I really want to like do bartendering. I aspire to do that at some point of my life. So now I know, I feel like I have the base. Like I wouldn't come into a bar and be like, I want to be a bartender. But also I feel like every person that you meet in EBS is like, it's really nice, and you learn stuff about yourself for being away from home. As I said earlier, like being away from home so far away as I was, especially, it gives you a lot, and you learn about yourself, and you learn about different people, and you learn about living with different people, and you become like a big family. So I definitely feel like EBS has influenced me in a good way. I think it's absolutely different to joining EBS is something very different from anything else that you can do. You learn so much. So if you're actually interested in bartendering and you want to travel and meet people, then I feel like EBS is an absolutely amazing thing to do. Then if you're not interested in bartendering, you don't have to do it because it's still like a real course and it's like serious. But at the same time, it's really, really fun. So if you like traveling, meeting people, and bartendering, then I feel like it's the perfect thing to do and you won't regret it. My favorite cocktail is actually the Moscow Mule. It's very basic. It's like vodka and ginger beer and lime juice, but it's very fresh. I know that I remember I drank it in Thailand once and I was like, this is good. I say that it is an entire experience filled with everything from like stress and pressure to like making this family into, no, how should I describe it? It's like, it's too much. It's 1 month, you know. How should I describe that in one word, in one sentence? It's amazing.